Good morning, Bill Gadgets. Good morning, Isaac and Bernard. How are you today? Good morning, Nelson. I hope you guys are doing well today. Network is disturbing very early. Good morning, Antonio. Hey, tugenda kwogera ku branding. Tugenda kwogera branding your business as you guys also market whatever you do. Good morning, Deep in Coffee. Hope you guys. Lero musana gulinga obulindo kwaka. Yes, morning. Market Tuesday. Tell us what you do, where you do it from, how much you charge, and share your phone number or email address. Ashim, good morning. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Keep it by my side, you will stuck with me, girl. When you're by my side. You know, when you sing a book for like 10 times, you start feeling warmth in your body. Can you put it the book? Good morning, Director Martha Academy. Good morning, Abby. Nabali Mukamori. Today is Market Tuesday, guys. Today is Market Tuesday. So let's market our businesses. Yeah. Tell us what you do, where you do it from, and your contact. Share your contact. The things that people tell you, if you share your contact or Simanya online, people will hack you. Do you know how many online platforms my phone number is on? I've never been hacked even once. Never been hacked. So don't fear sharing your phone numbers or email addresses. You will not be hacked. We impress of us, because that's like a second generation. Good morning, Mark. Morning, Moses. How are you today? Market Tuesday. I'm going to remind you about branding. What branding is, how to do it properly for your business. Because it's very important. A business that doesn't have a good brand stands to suffer. gonna make them dance. We're gonna make them dance. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump. Para pa pa pa. Para pa pa pa. Para pa pa. Para pa 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 pa. Yes, Antonio. It's 1.5 liters. It's feeling good. How are you people? Yes. Today is a Market Tuesday. This is the day that you officially kuchano ya feno for the love of cars. You can share information about your business, where it's located, what products you offer us, your contact number and email address, and don't be scared about sharing your contact details online. Musimanya bahaka bajenga bakunonya coach. Yeah, I tell you, the people that have been hacked, Mama Abba Libamu hacking a Facebook, Ejam hacking, she used to click on those links to get places. To get free share of fuel. Musma Coca-Cola is giving away Land Cruisers. You know those links. Right, women with the love of SUVs. The link that got her hacked, Bari Bagena Land Cruiser. Coca-Cola gave Land Cruiser. Ate mulowoza Facebook account twadda mujira twagenda olabanga nanyiniyo email address ya muzungu. You wanted the Land Cruiser? Yeah? I'm going to stop in the middle of the road if you don't answer me. You wanted the Land Cruiser? Good morning, Darius. So today we are talking branding. Do you have a question about branding that you think I can answer for you? Go on and ask it. Wechemba manyanti mu marketing ni atanaya mubede. Tewali kyo mubuzanga tachimanyi. This day akutete enkanya. At least akutete enkanya. But I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Market Tuesday, and so my goal is to make sure that we all understand what branding is for our businesses and how important it is and how to actually put it into practice. It's very important. No, those ones never move. That's a good strategy. You Harlem, money, more. Good morning, people. Life goes. Hey, Aban, it's your turn. It's your turn to go out. So Market Tuesday, guys, what do you do? Where do you do it from? How much do you charge? What's special about your product or service? And on top of that, you need to tell us what your contact is. How do we get in touch with you? Money, mo. Yeah. But I tell her, yes, I tell her, watch on nimbo ninza, watch on nimbo nimba. Today we are talking about branding. In the next few minutes, that Nicoba dissecting what branding is. Watch on nimbo ninza, Girl, you're my number one. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never a part, but you make me beg. You make me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Branding. Joshua, how are you? Stanley, how are you today? I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking branding only. Sirina motoka, sirina kavanja, sirina bling, jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Till I ring, till I bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart. Right. Kale kantandike. Right, so I'll start by asking you a question. You guys, majority of you guys are in business. So I'll start by asking you guys, what is branding to you? When Antonio, when Martha, when Joshua, when Stanley, what is branding to you? What is branding? We'll start by asking you to see if you have an answer to that. What is branding? What is branding? How do you understand branding? With Darius, Moses, Mark, Abby. Mark, when you say bugumu, then obviously the bugumu comes. Deep in Coffee, Hashim, Nelson, Bernard, Isaac, Bill Gadgets, Yuji. What is branding? How you guys that have businesses understand what branding is. What is branding? Yes. What is branding to you? I personally believe that one should never start a business unless they want or they plan to have this business survive for a very long time. Okay, and for businesses to survive for a very long time, they have to have a brand, a strong brand, a respectable brand, a noticeable brand. Okay, tell her the wallet is heavy, So what is branding to you? And what is a brand? Satsify, girl, you made that. Temina answer banange. These you can answer kamu. Zimba batandiki. Yes, Market Tuesday. What is a brand? Yes, Antonio. Antonio is saying that branding can be a promotion of your products or company by means of distinctive design and advertisement. Okay. Yes, Antonio's answer makes sense. Branding can be promotion of your business or your products, or company by means of distinctive design and advertisement. However, I find that you have defined a bit of marketing there. At a branding, any more marketing, which take better stay the artising, a shopping, a waving, and then Raymond is saying it's the process where a business makes itself known to the public and its differences from other companies. This also makes sense. It's the process where a business makes itself known to the public and its differences from other companies. Okay, Raymond, the second part of your answer is actually much better. You would probably say it's the process where a business makes its differences known to the public. Okay, its differences from other companies known to the public. And then Stanley is saying, branding is any form of ways through which you can bring your business visible to the world with basic of eye-catching. Yes, good try. Good try. Although I think we could add something there. Yeah, we could add something there, but it's not. It's a very good attempt at talking about branding. Yes. Because majority of the time I find that one of the biggest mistakes you can make is thinking that branding is limited to the look of and fit to the look of your, let's say, the look of your branding material, which take it to how people look at identify your business, which take it. So actually branding doesn't really stop there. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's much bigger than that. What want to answer? Good morning, Paddy. Good morning. Yeah, Ragnar. Good morning, people. We are talking branding. You, young man, wake up. Look at me. Come here. Hey, come here. Come look at daddy. Yes, so actually, let me start by defining what branding is. I'll give you the definition that is official to what organization that marketers actually subscribe to in Uganda. And so according to CIM, which we subscribe to as Uganda because, well, we were colonized by the UK. What's up? Is it possible? You don't want to go to class? Hmm? Do you want to go to class? So what's stopping you? Yes? Has it stopped now? How is it paining? So what should I do for you? Take you to the hospital. Why don't you go to the hospital in the evening after class? Is that okay? Ntagala kusoma agende mu class. Ntagala agenda mu class. Agenda asome. Good morning, Richard. Ntagala agenda mu class. Check your stomach. You need to eat to class. Ntagala kusoma oyo kati nze mulabi. Yes, yandibanga mwekali naye ali mukakozesa naye obudde wetayagala kgenda mu class. Mujjukira nga nammwe mulwala mwerwaza musujja simanya ne weekwata ku bwoti n'owulira mbwoyokya. Anti abo abaana abato olumu ne stress y'essomero esobola omuleetera olubuto muluma. Okitegeera asobola okuba nga mu ssomero waaka mungi nnyo ekimu stressing olubuto ne lumuluma. But we'll get him checked in the evening. Yeah, so we are talking branding. So a brand is a product or a service that gives customers, that delivers a consistent and distinctive benefit to a customer. What you did? If your product or service gives people a distinctive benefit, something that is different, okay? Good morning, Please. Good morning, Godfrey. If your product or service gives its customers or the general public an experience that is totally different from what they get from anywhere else, that qualifies to be a brand. Good morning, Peace Joseph. So you realize that CIM, which is a very big body in terms of marketing globally, is saying that it doesn't define a brand as a logo. It doesn't define the brand as a combination of colors. It doesn't define the brand as a company. It defines as a product or service that delivers a distinctive feeling, a distinctive benefit to a customer in the evening. Okay, you'll be able to finish the day. Will you be? What will happen to you if I don't take it now? Is class stressing you? So does the stomach pain when you're playing? When you're jumping? How about when you're playing football? When you're playing football, it reduces. You want to go to the loose? You want to go to the washroom? To the what? Bana ngono mukolere kyono. Princess Akiono mukolere ki? Nza ndabikira nga atayagala magazi genda mu kibiina naye nze nsubira just ali ewaka mungi. Kubanga bw'omugamba omutwale mu ddwaliro olw'eggulo agaana. Era kati wendi mugeye mutabitegeera. Kati kola bwoti. Banange lero abani alaika nga atayagala kusoma. Asobola okuba nga it's genuinely paining, but it's the stress of school, because omwana asobola okutuuka mu class emu nga the work is too much for them and they get stressed, and when kids like that get stressed, then it's they start getting stomach aches. When you read about it, it's normally as long as the kid doesn't have fever, he's not vomiting, he's not diarrheating, and they have a stomach ache, sometimes it's really stress. But I'll get him checked in the evening. But you know, when you ask a kid, you start seeing the joy that comes from them not going to class. Then you realize tagaanye dwaliro Antonio, but from my interpretation, he just wants to not go to class. He would rather be anywhere else than class. You get Ragna asoma, Ragna yagala ennaku zino, Ragna ayagala naye kati Rolf is the one that doesn't want. Aban, yeah, I'll get him checked in the evening. Princess Akia, me, I don't have sweet words. Education is education. He would rather be anywhere else than class. You get what I'm saying? Eh? Actually, he would rather be anywhere else than school. It's possible that he's being teased in class. You see, there is a time that he had the same issue. We got him checked and there was nothing wrong with him. And the only issue that he had was that he was drinking milk and he's allergic to milk. So he took milk, he would get stomach ache. So when we stopped milk, it went away. And now I think we just have, if it's an allergic reaction, we have to figure out what is he eating probably at school that is bringing that. There might be something it's at school. Anyway, so we are still talking about a brand. You know why CIM defines a brand as a service or product that gives its customers a distinctive, but you said distinctive what? A distinctive benefit. You know why they call it a product or service? It's because even your company is defined by either a single product or a single service that it provides. You get. Good morning, sir. I deal in grains and cereals. Can supply anybody on this channel any quantity. Yes, Ibrahim, share your phone number. Share your phone number. I don't know, my guy. Does the phone number refuse to go here? Let me try to comment as well. Today, let me go there and try to comment on this live broadcasting. I'm going to comment a phone number and I'll see. You attach your contact. Me personally, katika ntekemu contact one. Just to make sure that you guys know that contacts actually go there. I've just shared the phone number there. But I've shared and it has gone. So when you share your products or services, kindly share your contact number as well, and location, and email address where possible. Which take it, because when you share just so I've just shared the phone number. I'm waiting to see if it appears here. I'm trying to make sure. Let me also share email address. Let me share email address as well. And websites, just to make sure those things also appear. Seems phone numbers don't actually go. Let me see about email addresses. I don't know why. Maybe I have to solve. Mark W, I think I use about 20 to 25,000 a day. Yeah, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depending on the prices, of course. So Kati, me personally, I no longer judge my car by the cost, the money. I judge it by the liters of fuel I use. Yeah, I think the phone numbers don't go, but Somehow the phone number gets deleted when you put it there. I don't know why, but the email addresses seem to still be there. Still, they have not yet appeared here. Maybe it's something I have to solve. Maybe something I have to solve. But the email addresses seem to be going. Email address. So maybe we may have to start also using. Yeah. So email address that we can get it. Let me go off the live using here and then come back online and see. Yeah, so we are talking about branding, and we have defined a brand as a product or service that gives customers a distinct benefit. Now, a benefit can be psychological, it can be physical, it can be, I think those are the best you get. So, but basically you have to give your customers a distinctive benefit, something that they will never get anywhere else. And you know, when you give your customers a benefit that they don't get from anywhere else, it means that they will always remember you. They always Arthur, you're doing a commendable job. I've seen talks about you several times on Twitter. Write the words in numbers. It might be what we have to do. So maybe something I have to figure out. Is there someone in IT that can advise? Good morning, JK. Amina, Eric. So you guys, one thing you need to strive is, especially if you want to be a different kind of business, if you want to stand out, even email addresses get deleted. Okay, I'm going to work on that, guys. Now I realize that it's not your problem. Probably you share your phone numbers and they don't come, but by next Tuesday I'll have solved it. I will have found a solution for that. Yeah. So but Ibrahim, write your phone number in words. Ngabo no wandika 077 in words, 82 over 828245 in words. So when you're telling us about your business, tell us about your business and say phone number, then you write the phone number in words. 7 in words, 7 in words, 0 in words, 8 in words, 10, 1 in words, like that. Yeah, we'll still get the phone number. So I've just realized it's a problem with I think YouTube, how YouTube manages the content that comes into the comments. So we are talking branding, guys, and we have just defined what a brand is. So branding is the process through which you define your distinctive benefit. That one thing or that combination of things that make you a different service, a different product, a different company. That's what we call branding. And then what makes you a distinctive brand is when you have started giving your customers something that they don't get from anywhere else. Which you see, the one thing that defines the For the Love of Cars brand is what is done here that is not done anywhere else. You get the originality, what people feel when they come to your business, what you guys feel when you come to this channel is what defines what For the Love of Cars is. So in a way, people will try to copy your business, but they'll never copy how your customers feel. And that's what your brand should stand for. How you make people feel. That's why we say a distinctive benefit, because you want your people to feel like they get something from your business or from your product or from your service that they don't get from anywhere else. And that should never be it should never be about price. If the gentleman dealing in cereals and grains could share ideas for someone willing to start the same business, please. Thank you. Who was it? Ibrahim, someone is asking for ideas if someone is trying to do the same business you're doing. What advice would you give them? Abiveko oba abikolenga ina emitendera jagoberera. Yeah, so that's your comment. So in actual sense, if you're ever going to do a business and there is no way you're going to be unique, there is no way you're going to give your prospects, your customers, a unique feeling, a unique benefit, that a distinctive, I think the word distinctive is much more precise, a distinctive benefit, a distinctive feeling. Good morning, King Daniels. Then you should not start that business, because chitege is a business tojitegera ochitegera pajero mujirabye mugongo gwambwa omwana yajiwe emipira egifuluma somehow tejinyuma eba yetagako ebitama wabwerwe, eba yetagako ebitama. Let me see this comment. Bana YouTube, it's even hiding your comment deep in coffee, the comment where you advise, Which moderator is moderating? YouTube gave me a moderator trying to moderate my thingies. Yeah, I'm going to add. I will do a guide video on how to comment put phone numbers as comments here. So I'll probably do that today. I'm going to research on it and make sure that we solve that. So if you start a business, for example, I'm going to use Martha's school, for example. If you're going to start a Martha Academy, okay? If you're going to start Martha Academy, and it's, let's say it's a kindergarten stroke primary school, stroke daycare, okay? You want to create a uniqueness, but the uniqueness, contrary to what normally people think, the uniqueness should not stick to the logo, colors, the uniforms your staff wear, to the paint, the color of paint that you have in the school, to the school desks, to the school van. You get, the uniqueness should not stop there. Normally when people think about branding, that's what they think: the colors, the logo, the promotional material like flyers and all that. Normally that's what people think about when we talk about talk about branding. But you know, branding is much more than that. That's why you find that you can find a business that doesn't even have all those things that we are talking about. Minor flyers, they don't even have a logo. Nenga, they are ever flooded with customers. Why? Because their brand is actually much more distinctive than the material that you have. Because these flyers that you make, someone someone can take the flyer and then what you call branding is never use them. But branding is a long term, branding a long term, not even short term. They are long term actions that businesses, okay, or products. Why am I saying products? Is because a product can be your business. You see, I'll give you an example. Safe Border, their service is their business. Pushing, like giving people transportation, it's the service, yet as well it's their business. Yeah, it's their company. Without that service, the company doesn't exist. So in a way, it's a long-term set of actions that a business takes, or a product or a service takes, to make sure that they define themselves and make themselves distinctive from any other person, any other business that is doing the same thing. So every effort that you make, yes, this means that even you designing a unique logo is an effort towards branding. Even you creating colors that speak to the service or the product, to the effect that your business or service is going to give your customers. Good morning, Enoch. Bana imu Peter Doctor nchitwala. Very soon nyenda kola nyo. Netaga milioni 15 zokange nenkole PhD. Icho na chonchi mane mtanike kwa Peter Doctor. nteeka akagambo PhD at the end of my name, Arthur Kisenyi PhD. Hey. Jeke kyekyoka ekigenda okunsomesa PhD, kyekyoka ekigenda okunkozesa PhD kumpita doctor, tewali kirala. PhD sina kyenjagala mu research, of course nja mukola mu publishing, research wange agenda bana unique, naye ngekikoza PhD kiri kimu kumpita doctor. Ngira bwe mpandika erinnya lyange akagambo ka PhD nkateekako, kyekyoka nga bampita doctor, nga siri musawo, nga siri nga bampita kyekyoka. But anyway, today ku branding. So every kind of action that you take as a business owner. Good morning, Henry. Buli chokola as a business owner, as a product manager, as a brand manager, as a service manager. Buli chokola nebo ovuma customer. That's an effort meant to create your unique brand. Nebo omubogolera. That's an effort meant to. You remember the shops we used to go to buy things, eh? Nga mumanyi bannange oli nalongo nedda, nalongo aboggola, nalongo abeera munyiivu. That's branding. Kati mbongo bwa customer batandise kikwata, mugenda wali ewoli omukazi omukambwe, mugenda wali ewoli omusajja ataseka. That's branding. Every time you smile to people, every time that's a brand. Okitegeera, buli effort, how you dress, that's your branding. Here we go by the first name regardless of the professional qualification. Actually JK, when I was working, performing abroad, there is a guy I used to work with, he was a sound designer. He has a PhD. And I would constantly ask him, you guys, why don't you call yourself doctor? Like, why don't you have a PhD? And he said, PhDs mean nothing to us here. And I told him, if you had a PhD in Uganda, people would be worshipping you. You know, these guys that have PhDs here, they don't even want to greet people. What's again? So one of the things I want to do is get a PhD and show them that PhD is actually doable. And most of them have studied for free because probably they are first class material. Me, I'm not first class material. Now I'm batting in a second class upper. Well, probably because I even positions don't matter. Anti kati tuli nze ndi Uganda njagala nga bwe mpandika proposal yange nga Arthur Kisenyi PhD. Go manche kitegeeza ne Kampala omuntu. You guys, Deep in Coffee has showed us how to share your phone numbers. Thank you, Deep in Coffee. Muchirabe bannange, Ibrahim, this is how you should share your phone number. 07/7/ like that. Wanojeke potaringa nyo. Someone will even refuse to pay you if you don't address them by the proper qualification. Some people will not even answer you. I know a relative of mine that was a driver. Nenga gamanze kupita kupapula zange sibandika ko driver. Yagala banyome. Nga ina position je yewa baba nga tagisomerera ngana ko nga ne bamugamba kera ku machoge ndoso ngo bisobole tagisobola. But anyway, regardless, we are talking about branding. Everything you do in your business, Antonio, buli chokola, it's branding. You remember how I've been telling you need to be known for something, or not? Or if you're not known for something, you need to be. That's why I constantly ask you guys, what do you do? What do you do? You see what Martha has done? Martha from day one, she is not even back in Uganda, but you know there is Martha Academy. Tumanyi. Now, whatever she does, whatever comment she puts here, that is Martha Academy. That's like the philosophy of Martha Academy. That's how Martha Academy is going to be. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So your brand, Katimura Banga, like these cars, the BMWs, they are luxurious cars, right? But their brand is also marred by unreliability. Even when you buy a BMW at 0 mileage, you know a couple of years down the road, you'll be suffering with the cost of maintenance, and maintenance which might not make sense in the end. So you need to understand that branding are all efforts. Forget about colors, forget about logos, forget about taking nice pictures. Of course, sometimes the only thing you can do in branding is take nice pictures and put logos out there. Sometimes But in this day and age, yesterday we were in class, I left my family in the car waiting for me. Because we don't have a second car yet. So if we had a second car on Mondays, probably we would carry 2 cars and then she goes back home. But because we have 1 car, the person that finishes early has to wait for the other person. And I finish my classes at 9 p.m. So I finish my classes at 9 p.m. and then that's when we actually get to go home. So we reach home very, very late. And I feel terrible about it, that they have to sacrifice for me to upgrade. But of course, when I become a doctor in Uganda, PhD, PhD, they'll also benefit from that. Hi Jude, how are you today? So we are talking about branding, and we are talking, you see what we feel about Toyota in Uganda. And normally people think I'm paid by Toyota. I'm not paid by Toyota. I've driven a Mercedes-Benz, and I still want to drive a Mercedes-Benz, by the way. I've driven a Volkswagen. The only car I've not driven is a BMW. I've not driven a BMW. I've not driven an Audi. No, I've got Audi F4. Sometime back, like 2014. But there is one car that I've not driven, which is BMW. Of course, I have one of my followers here, Isaac. Is it Isaac? The surveyor. He drives a BMW even in the field. So for him, BMW is a very reliable brand. He has driven 2 BMWs so far. He has driven 2 BMWs so far, and he's really happy with the BMW. But I've not driven a BMW, and of course the people that have BMWs, they are happy with them. So, and I've driven a number of Toyotas, and regardless of the problems that I've had with Toyotas, I can tell you that Toyota is one car that is not only reliable, now they have put that in my head. They have not even done it directly. They have simply crafted their products and put them to speak to me. What they do is they design a Toyota. For example, if they design this Corolla, they design this Corolla in a way that if I sit in this Corolla, I will tell you, I drive this car 80 kilometers a day. A day, sometimes even more. Like now, yesterday when I was in class, I drove it more than 80 kilometers because I drive from my office to school. I know first to go pick my people, then I go with them and they wait for me in the school parking. Then after that, we drive home. So you can imagine the kind of distances I drive this car every day. And I will tell you, I think you'll imagine a Moroccan Najigura massacre deep down in Muchare, Kalungu, Najigura Kalungu. You will never find a Volkswagen in Kalungu. So Toyota has imprinted this distinct benefit. You get, because a brand is a product or service that gives a distinct benefit. So Toyota gives me a distinct benefit. The people that have iPhones, for example, what benefit do you get? Speed when you're working. The phone is fast, but also you get the distinct benefit of prestige. That no wonder the people that hold iPhones are ever posing in photos when they are facing they are facing the cameras towards us, so that we know that they are having iPhones. On the other hand, I believe that Samsung gives me the same benefits. Only my benefits, I don't really have to show them off. I actually feel them. The doctor, but how particularly I'm going to do it. Exactly, preparation is good, but you have to start taking tiny actions towards the direction that you want to go. Then I also worked as a driver for an NGO some time back, but I would introduce myself as a logistics assistant manager. But you know, a driver is actually a logistics manager, because drivers move things and the people around. But this person wasn't introducing himself in that light. Magezi, this person, you know how you can be there and you're driving the Prime Minister. Nenga, you're introducing yourself as Assistant Prime Minister. That's how this person was. He told me plain. I think I'm such a no cool. And he wasn't doing it to elevate himself professionally. No. Kusiga sabu yinja. That's the only reason why he wasn't introducing himself as a driver. You get. And that wasn't helping his brand, by the way. It wasn't. Why? Because there was never a way he was going to get a job in the capacity he was introducing himself in. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Magezi, there is a possibility that you have the qualifications to get the logistics manager position. Onogaye chiariye tuma. Ga never bakere chaga position eri vacant. Tebasobola kuchimwa kubebita otabina experience tajina ochitegeera. That's what happened. So it was hurting, but about them branding, it was actually hurting his brand as a person, his personal brand. It's better for you to be known as a good driver when you actually qualify than to be known among the people as a doctor, which you can never do. First aiding. So it's a very bad thing for you to brand yourself as something that you are not. And you know that brand take you because people never see you do what you're saying, what you say you're doing. Advice. You don't actually have any solid advice in that regard. So when we are doing personal branding, because we're in bad business, but in terms of personal branding, make sure that even the things that you call yourself, even the things that you portray yourself to be, you can actually be you can actually give the people around you, the people that give you jobs, a distinct benefit. The key word should be giving distinct benefits. Okay, benefits that can be distinguished from where you see. For example, For the Love of Cars is a YouTube channel that talks about cars, like all the other YouTube channels. But there is definitely something different about this channel. That is not with the other channels. Nezili channel nazo zina distinction yazo. That's why still that someone would come to For the Love of Cars and also go to the other channels, because the other channels probably give you something that For the Love of Cars doesn't give you. And even you need to be able to give people something that they cannot get anywhere else, a feeling they cannot feel anywhere else. That's what distinguishes you as a brand. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Arthur, for me, my iPhone is still about security. It offers. So Seth holds the iPhone because of the security it gives. That the phone can be stolen and he recovers it. I don't know, Seth, are you in Uganda? Because in Uganda, the hurdle you have to go through to get your phone is what normally gets people to give up on the phones. It's not like they can't recover. There are people that have recovered their phones. So Adrian is saying the problem, some of our body shapes are bigger than our work positions, so we have to lie sometimes. You don't have to lie. If, for example, you're bigger than what you do, all you have to do is to elevate your business to look, to fit who you think you are. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So Seth, Edwin, for example, I don't know what you do, not particular about what you do, but let's take an example of that guy. That tukutuku, he's selling watermelons, right? Now, if that person did not look the part of a watermelon seller, do you know what he has to do? He has to lose some money and a boy to probably do the cutting of the watermelons if he cuts the watermelons. Then he also has to brand that motorcycle, that tukutuku. Kaveke Bigambia Zongshen. Probably house it. Atekemu na akatebe. So that omuntu bamulabanga wadde atunda watermelon iragamba nayo no guy wabuvunanyizibwa. Okitegera. So you put extra things to distinguish you from the other people that actually sell the same watermelons. But what has body size got to do with the position at work? Jeke oli Denmark. When in Kampala, people judge you by so many things, and these things include how big you are. They include how your skin color looks like. They include what clothes you put on. Nzibe nabivake ebyengo yenyambala zange zizempulira mu mirembe. Sichayambala abantu bibawulira mirembe nga bantu nulide, because I realize it doesn't open any doors. It's your work that opens doors. Nadala kati fabali performing arts. It's your work that opens the doors. Nebo ono yambala amasuuti ng'okola bya kigwagwa. You still won't get opportunities. So, but Edwin, I think you've seen what you can do. Because every time you think that maybe I look better than my job, or maybe I look more responsible than the job I do, all you have to do is make sure that your job looks as responsible as you. If you look fatter than your job, make sure the job looks fatter now. Just elevate it. So munange JK, wane Kampala, that's why you find that abantu baba feda. Big people, fat people are assumed to have a lot of money or to have experience with money. That's basically what it is. I actually have OBs and OGs that took tablets to grow fat, so that bafunaku business. Like I have an OB who is an electrical engineer. Yaitafuna mirimu nga mutono. Na mire mpeke. Ayagala kwetta. Na mire mpeke. Na agejja n'atandika okufuna emirimu. For personal branding, I believe you must be very good at selling yourself, because in most cases, people will judge you by appearance before they see your work to be sold. And some of us are actually judged by our age, definitely. But Daniel, I believe that first of all, you must be very good at what you do. That's no doubt. You must be very good at what you do. Secondly, you must look at your industry. Look at the people that have progressed in your industry. What do they do that makes them different? Because some of the people in your industry don't even know what branding is. Some of these people in the industry are actually naturals. And the things happen. They just do things naturally. Like I used to have a best friend. He passed away in 2016. And for him, performing, acting was natural. He wasn't a natural director. He wasn't a natural manager. But in terms of performance, he would walk into a room and people like him straight away. He was a likable person. So they didn't judge him by they just liked him, and they would give him opportunities open. But he failed in the other aspects of personal branding. He was not reliable. People could not rely on him for stuff. And just that, like that, then the better move because people start getting a perception of unreliability about you. I think the moment people start to think, that person, no. He says he'll come at 7, he comes at 9. He says he'll come at 8, he comes at 10. Then people start slowly giving up on you. For me, I have never tried it, cause always, no matter where I am at, who is asking, I'm a welder, driver, I sell second-hand children clothes, and others. Customer. Yes, it definitely works for you, Antonio, but I find that you would probably find a better position, a better thing. Of all the things that you do, you need to find that one thing that you do better. That one thing about kuchikola bot teri akwesimbamu. Okitegeera nga teri nga botandika bot okuchikola, nobody actually can do what you do, and even if they did what you do, they wouldn't do it as well as you do. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And then center on that. If it's welding, then welding or inokusosa. There is the subsidiaries. Yes, sorry about that. This gentleman, Uncle Bide, he's my landlord at work. Yatira byabadde ngamba biyamba nze kati mba mufuula busy nali badde nfiirwa nnyo. So Antonio, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Everybody has something that they are really good at. Eranga, the moment they start doing that thing, everybody sits back and they say, Omwana akoze. So kati Antonio, I think you need to find that one thing that you're really good at, because I've found that these other things osobola bikola byonna byonna But I found that the moment someone does something they're really good at, they actually progress in business in every aspect of your life. There is a difference. I've seen some cars here in Uganda with number plates like M1, M5. What does that mean? M1, M5, and those like personalized number plates. I think those are personalized number plates. Like how I can go and say PhD. Hey, you know how I want to get my PhD. And then when I get my PhD, all my cousins take out personalized number plates. PhD, PhD, PhD. So they may be personalized number plates. And sometimes the number plates that talk about like diplomats, and sometimes they are business people that are outstanding. Probably they brought a lot of capital and they are given those number plates. So JK body size is everything here. I was cutting my flowers and our new neighbor came asking, Nanyini wanaliwa. Chairman Zach, exactly. JK tamanyi wane Kampala. Titles, positions, body size. Those things mean a lot in Kampala. Ida ke bonobo oplani zokudde Kampala to sara size jangungo oli munene obosobola weyongere nako. You are right, Arthur, because most of the people consider size. If you're thin, they doubt you. True. Thanks, Arthur, for your knowledge. Amina Francis. Daniel is saying, I've been in scenarios where a client changes their mind on giving you $1 million project because you are young, which greatly puzzles my head sometimes. Yet you are great at what you do. But also having a great character or personality in small things such as timekeeping and management surely goes a long way. That I strongly agree 100%. Yes, Daniel. So everything actually with personal branding, everything you do contributes to your brand. Everything you do, people look at you. Like the time, Studio Young, I wanted to put something extra. I was doing some work on it. My studio where I shot the show that is soon coming on Pearl Magic. So I wanted to do some work on it. And I called this plumber that did very good work. Plumber jana akoro mulimu. He does it at almost half the price that everyone quoted, but he does outstanding the good work. And every time something goes wrong, he still comes back to correct it. Oli plumber banang. So he did very good work. So I thought he would recommend someone that would do better work. Studio. So I call him up and he says, there's a guy I can give you. You go pick him up in Kavule in the evening when you come from work. So I drive to Kavule in the evening. And this guy that I come to pick up, he's shabby. He smells. He looks sickly. Now, yes, you can be sick, no problem. But don't smell. Don't look dirty. This guy looked dirty. The moment he entered, the moment he entered the car, I'm telling you. So I kept looking at him and I was wondering, this guy, I know Mukazi, I had a girlfriend. You get it? So of course we drove because he was recommended by someone. Comes to billing me, he billed me double what his friend that recommended me said I would be billed. It's like how son says, then this person gives you someone that he knows will do a good job, and then the person bills you 400,000. And yet this person that is asking for 400,000, double what you expected, is that shabby, he smells, he looks sickly. You get what I'm saying? Yes, you can be sick, but be smart, especially when you're trying to get a job. So okay, on said I called the border guy. Maybe I've been to be for Emmanuel. So I called my border guy. I told him I paid for the border. He will never hear from me again. Why? Because of the impression. And for me, it wasn't even the first impression, because you realize I looked at him. He was shabby. He looked sickly. He smelled. He was dirty. And I still let him sit in my car and we drove to the site. So the first impression didn't matter to me if he knew what he was talking about. But when we got to talking about what I wanted him to do, I realized I'm not, he's a roofer. I wanted him to put an extra layer of roof. Of course, in technical terms, I did not have technical terms. But you see how branding can affect you. So by the way, on this platform, I'm looking particularly at a roofer with experience. A roofer. Sagala engineer, sagala because an engineer will definitely get a roofer. Ochitegera. Njagala museresi. A roofer. I want a roofer. Bwaba wali wano with experience. I've actually, with experience I've gotten, I'm going to start asking people for qualifications when they come to do work for me. With my experience with my house, I realized that when you start working with people that have qualifications, like me, if you're going to work in my company as a director, you need to have some form of formal training in directing. Togenda kujambo lokuba obadde mbaka imbire myaka 2 mbojo directing abana abange ogenda directing abichinga nawe with directing. So with my building projects eziddako, an engineer you know kubanga oli civil engineer sagala bintu bya kunsumbua. A builder you know kubanga ina certificate mu masonry oba bricklaying sagala bintu bya kunsumbua nga wayigira ku site ojo nsumbu. Plumbing, you know, when the certificate you're plumbing. Because I realized when we start holding these people up to standard, to jafunanga wako mulungi. At least let the certificate be forged. Because of omuntu watukira okuforginga certificate kitegeeza omulimu gwakola agwagala. At least agenze kunasa na forginga certificate. Network ebadde enkolako emikolo naye we are still going on. Actually JK, I think for me, because I knew he wasn't going to sit in my car for an entire day, he was sitting in my car for 20 minutes. To make matters worse, branding is very important. So when we got home, then Mama Ban was telling me, yeah, honey, you were judging that guy. What is there to not judge about that guy? What is there to not judge about that guy? Abantu abogera niwe buzo babayina bakitaabwe oba bayina bamama baabwe oba bayina abakuza, because it's, for me, I find that it's impossible that you were raised by people that were clean and you end up being that. It will be impossible for you to find my son abandate. Ochitegera. Antikati padde, there is no way a person forges a certificate if they don't really want the job. Omulimu aba agwagala wa forging a certificate. Deep in coffee, kale. I'm going to reduce, actually I will reduce the notification sound. I will reduce it. I don't know why it lwacheri wabulungi kendereza ddala kati tejja batawanya. Yeah, it's really reduced. So we are still talking about branding people, and of course we have talked about all efforts. We have talked about all efforts made to give your customers, prospects, and clients a distinct benefit. Now, how do you start building a brand? First of all, you need to understand your target. You need to understand your target. Sajja taxi mbalabi ayimirira buyimirizi. Tateeka muna effort ya kudda ku bbali. So, first of all, you need to understand who is your target market. That's very important. Yesterday, I was talking to someone in my directing class who wanted to direct movies for everyone. To direct movies that serve everyone. That's impossible. Your movie has to have a target market. Same here. When you're branding yourself for certain people. You want certain people to see you a certain way. Of course, even the other people will see you that way, but there is a target market. Waliwo abantu boyagala bakulabe in that way. That's why I was talking about this person that was a driver and branding himself as not a driver, branding himself as something that he could never do, something he could never qualify for. Which said that he was doing, it was wrong, because nature is benefiting. Yali akola same me. Okay, if you're going to pretend to be something that you're not right now, Better pretend to be something that you can actually be. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Don't pretend to be something that you can never be, even if you're given an opportunity to be it. Let me give you an example. Right now, if I pretend to be a marketing consultant, okay, yet I'm not a marketing consultant. Mpita, wachi, because if they consult me about marketing, I can actually give them the answers. Now you imagine a cleaner disguising to be a banker, yet they don't know how to even add the basic math to do the basic math. That would be a loss to him, because he's pretending to be something that he can never even be, even when given a choice. One waboda we are with the Moroka yang, by the way, yesterday. Simanyo banachi banyubilisa. Waboda ya with the Moroka yang, yabada very excited that swear and zikida. Tapuka game kube tonya. Na ajikwa mutu. Teyaji to mede na pichi yasibye. Pichi na yefula, he got off the motorcycle, na yefule minu nige satu yasembede ku motoka yange. Nange ndavuze buvuzi nengenda. I don't know what kind of damage he had or what kind of injury, because munkuba iliye kuba yabadde etonnyanyo. Olaba sa immediate to even assess the damage on the car. But I got to my parking and there was minimal, not damage actually. It's just the bumper yakonye kona yate kukuba yafunye injury ya amaanyi. So you need to understand who your target market, who your target customer, who your target audience is as you try to brand yourself. And of course the target audience should be someone that is profitable to you. The way branding, there are people that brand themselves for the babies. Ngai branding irabachara ngatainacha kirala chaya gari nanga toina chomunyumiza ngai branding irabachara mumulabi wa bolo mantavu bwali yamanyiwa abali ngombe ku motoka abachi ne ku picho abachi mazi. So you need to understand who your target is, and then brand yourself for that particular target market or target audience. Because once you understand who the target market is, then you also start understanding what they value. Because you may be there and like I used to do, thinking that your target market values the masuti. They don't. Me, in my experience, I figured they don't. It's your content, it's your product, it's your service that matters to them. Someone's a big kumina mwenana kube karu. Ngari menya na ingambi kuba katombuza naga masati jigali simanyi yo. Ochitegera. So you need to understand who your target market is and work towards branding yourself for that. Ochitegera. So branding, so after you have identified your target market, you have identified what they value, okay? You have identified what they value. Now, take your time to actually implement on the things that they value. Take your time to implement on what they value. If your target market values the logo, then work on the logo. But I doubt there is a target market that actually values the logo alone. They actually value the experience, which is why we talk about you giving your customers, your services, your market a distinctive benefit. Give them something that can never be gotten from a beautiful logo. It can never be gotten from nice colors. Nice colors don't make your people respect you. Nice colors don't make people omwana go bali abana basomera wano holiday babede yino Land Cruiser eri wano mu mwaka 2015 ejja ne muleta ne mulinda paka luggulu tukole nnyo bagayi Let me see. Was kufuwa necessary ngola bisizanyo kastate mumumanyi Martha, but he did it Martha. Arthur, just make a throwback in high school. Do you remember any smart sciencer? Yes, actually we did have some sciencers that were smart. Ngabasinga never artist, but most of the smart sciencers we had ended up as doctors. Artist benzijukirako bamaliriza basawo. Waliwo guy bamuyitanga Chiwalyanga, he was a class below me. He's a doctor, I think Bangambi ali mubende. Waliwo no guy omulala, he used to date a friend of mine. He's also a doctor, I think in Hoima. They ended up as doctors. Martha, my duty starts at 4 a.m. and ends at 7 p.m. in the evening. Good morning, Suleiman. Thanks for this topic. I really appreciate your input in all this. I believe you, and believe you me, it has helped many Ugandans out there. Kudos. Amina Moses. I'm new to this business of car selling. Kindly review for me about the price of Alex and Spaso UBS series. Is a motoka zonna bera $1,23 million kwambuka waggulu ngabo ozogede 23 million and above. Hami Black, good morning. Let me go through the names. I have a class to conduct right now. Bill Budgets, Isaac, Bernard, Nelson, Antonio, Deep in Coffee, Hashim, Martha Academy, Abby, Mark, Moses, Darius, Stanley, Joshua, Innocent, Raymond, Stanley, Adams, Pade, Richard, Godfrey, Ame Place, Peace Joseph, Princess Akia, Ibrahim, Mark W, Benjamin B, Nelson, Oriech, Eric, JK, William, Daniels, Ojambo, Enoch, Kawagama Enoch, Henry Ojambo, Jude Kasibante, Seth Kagaba, Edwin Mugirwa, Tumusime Daniel, Funny Lifestyles, Chairman Zach, Semanda Francis, yes, Mutumba Pade, Nemuloza Temudes Mazeyo, Mbamazeyo, Ami Black, definitely, and then William. At a body size matters a lot in job position. Most bosses feel insecure when an employee appears more in everything than them. But just minor low self-esteem, I think. As long as you don't threaten anything that belongs to them, I don't think they should be feeling like that. But I think especially with men, oluyingira bwoti ngotandika ato kulumba obukyala boss bwalumba. Omusajja nga lwaki takuyisa bubi. Arthur, you're true. When I was repairing cars, I had 4 overalls to be clean all day. Cause bakasitoma tebaagala kukwata ku mmotoka ng'oddugala. Kasita okitegedde nze bajja okanikemu omuntu kanika mmotoka yange njiggala I lock it teri kukwata ku mmotoka yange kutuula mu mmotoka yange ebweru mukwate eyo naye munda teri. Yeah, so guys, thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I really hope that you have benefited a little. I've been reminded of things that somehow I knew and had forgotten to put in practice. So I think the broadcast today has been very beneficial to me. We'll continue this conversation next week. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning. May God bless you. Don't forget I do pre-purchase inspection, Banange. I help you get a proper car at a proper price. I come with a mechanic. May God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.